Hello, my friends. When was the last time you were truly curious? Curious enough to wonder, to pause, and to ask a question simply because you wanted to know the answer, not Googling the question. Today, I'd like to talk about why curiosity may be one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves as we grow older. And why modern science suggests that those quiet moments of wondering may be far more important than we ever imagined. You know, when I was a little girl, my father used to say something that completely puzzled me. He would smile and say, "The cure for boredom is curiosity." There is no cure for curiosity. As a child, I had absolutely no idea what he meant. Today, I think I finally understand. Here's something I've been thinking a lot about. When was the last time you were actually bored? Today, being bored is almost a forgotten experience. Instead, we're busy, always busy. The moment we have a few seconds, we reach for our phones, waiting in line, sitting in the airport, standing in the grocery store, even walking through nature, we have our phones. Many of us are listening to something, reading something, watching something, scrolling through something. Our minds are constantly occupied. But I had to stop and ask, what's the cost of living this way? We've become experts at filling every empty space in our day. Emails, podcasts, news, social media, endless notifications. We finish one task and begin another. Yet, by filling every quiet moment, we may be giving up something incredibly valuable. Reflection, imagination, creativity. The very space where our best ideas are born. Interestingly, our brains actually need moments of quiet. When we stop constantly consuming information, our minds enter a different mode. Instead of reacting, they begin reflecting. This is when we connect memories, solve problems, imagine new possibilities, make sense of our experiences. Sometimes what looks like doing nothing is actually our brain doing some of its most important work. I often look back to my childhood. Like many children of the boomer generation, our summers seemed endless. We rode our bikes, invented games, read books, wrote stories, laid on the lawn and daydreamed. If a neighborhood child wandered into our yard, we found something to do together. There was space to wonder. No notifications, no constant interruptions, just curiosity leading the way. Life today looks very different. Children often move from one organized activity to another. And in the quiet moments between them, a screen quickly fills the silence. And adults aren't much different. Perhaps we've become so uncomfortable with stillness that we've forgotten what it can give us. Years ago, I was waiting for a delayed flight. I looked around the airport and every single person was looking down at their screen. No one was talking. No one was simply observing the world around them. So I put my phone away and I started talking with another passenger. He turned out to be a classical musician from Berklee College of Music. We spent the next hour talking about music, following your passion, and the unexpected paths life sometimes takes. I've never forgotten that conversation. It made me wonder how many wonderful moments I've missed simply because I was looking down instead of looking up. Perhaps curiosity doesn't need more time. Perhaps it simply needs more space. So maybe this week, try one of these simple ideas. Leave your phone behind during a walk. Sit outside for 15 minutes without doing anything. Wait in line without reaching for your screen. Read a poem. Visit a museum. Watch the birds. Take a different road home. Start a conversation with someone you've never met. Allow your mind to wander. One of the most beautiful things about getting older is that we begin to realize we don't need to know everything. We simply need to remain open to learning something new. Curiosity keeps us growing. It keeps us connected, keeps life interesting. It reminds us that there's still beauty to discover, still questions to ask, still places to explore, friendships to make, books to read, and still paintings to create. My friends, when I hear my father's words today, They no longer sound mysterious. They sound wise. The cure for boredom is curiosity. And there's no cure for curiosity. Perhaps the opposite of growing old isn't trying to stay young. Perhaps it's simply refusing to stop wondering. Because every time we wonder, we open another door, another possibility, another beautiful surprise. And as we grow older, perhaps we don't need to search for the fountain of youth. Perhaps we simply need to rediscover the simple joys of wondering. Wondering what's over the next hill. Wondering what we might learn from a stranger. Wondering what happens if we pick up a paintbrush. Wondering what beautiful thing tomorrow might bring. Because as long as we continue to wonder, a part of us never grows old. Thank you so much for spending a few moments with me today. If you enjoy this conversation, I'd love to have you join me here on Meritage Shades of Light, where we explore healthy aging, the fascinating science behind our minds, and the simple joys that make life so much richer. Until next time, take good care of yourself and never lose the simple joy of wondering.